Hello, welcome to Studio One. If you like what you see, like and subscribe and comment. How's your day going so far?
My day's going pretty all right. Just woke up not long ago. Starting the day, putting together a barbecue.
Yeah, I woke up. I still need to get my coffee in too. Yeah, I woke up maybe like an hour
I'm
after.
halfway through mine.
Yeah, man. I've had your name down for a while actually to get you on the
Oh,
platform.
yeah?
Yeah, so
Nice, nice.
glad that you finally just kind of pushed it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I really wanted to get you on too.
I've been meaning to reach out to you and get on here for a while now.
Yeah, man.
So it's nice to be here.
For sure. Yeah, Studio One to start is like, I've written for like other publications, but like I really want,
Yeah, I remember you were doing your thing back in the day too, right?
yeah. So I really wanted to build this one for like, of course, I want to talk to the artists that I really want to talk to, but also I really wanted to build, a platform for Toronto because I don't think we have too many media platforms to even go around.
No,
So,
nothing to get our name out there and put us in like papers and stuff, right? We need like a little blog spot for just the city.
exactly. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Of course, my name's Jibril Osman. Before we get started, man, briefly introduce yourself, and then we'll get it.
Oh yeah, my name is DUTCHY. I'm a Toronto artist, just locally. I rap a little bit of R&B here and there. Just trying to make a name for myself out here in Toronto, and yeah, that's about it. Just trying to do my thing, and hope you guys enjoy my music. Check it out.
Huh, perfect, man. Of course, before we get into music, I've been doing this with like all my interviews. I know we're both based in Toronto. How have you been doing with the quarantining and COVID and shutdowns, and how's that been?
Yeah, so it's been a trip. I lost my previous job. I was cooking and stuff, but I got a new job, so I've been working. Just actually moved into this nice condo.
That's
So
sweet. That's sweet.
yeah, so just I'm taking advantage of everything I can. I was just trying to work on my stuff, and I've been really like just focusing on craft and trying to get a right sound for my next drops that I'm working on releasing. Yeah,
Sure, man.
that's about it.
So going to the music way, did you grow up in Toronto? Is that how like
Born and raised.
born and raised? Talk
Yeah.
about talk about growing up in Toronto and talk about like
Oh
the
man,
artists,
so
that like musical influences that came into your life during your childhood and stuff like that.
yeah, so like growing up in Toronto, I didn't grow up anywhere too crazy, you know. I'm from around the Leslieville area, a little bit east end, not quite downtown. Um, we had a lot of different communities and stuff growing up around here. There's a lot of different people. I have a lot of different friends. All my friends in the area I've known since, I don't know, elementary school. So we're all really close knit. It's a nice tight area. So I just rap about the life, what I grew up around here. Um, it's nice now. It's all gentrified and whatever else, but it wasn't always this pretty out down here. So um, I just bring that into light and just like, yeah, just lifestyle of people like me. We're not exactly ghetto. We're not exactly like fabulous. We're just in between, and we're just doing what we can to be out here.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
and
I feel like that's a big part of this area of Toronto.
yeah,
Not
and
much names from
um,
here.
when it comes to music, growing up, we all listen to music. That becomes a part of our life. When did you decide that it was more than a hobby? Did you start like writing lyrics? When did music kind of go into your life more than the usual?
So like I would say around high school, um, I would like, we'd do whatever, have a little sesh at lunch and we'd go to our friend's house per se and we'd all just freestyle in the basement. Me and my friends were all pretty good at it actually. We'd freestyle, we'd record little freestyles, nothing too serious. We weren't trying to do anything. We made a little rap group, the Toronto Ghosts, TO Ghosts.
Yeah,
It's actually where my name comes from, Dutchy. Um, so yeah, yeah, so we just started freestyling and I found out I was decent at it, like pretty good. And I grew to love it and I still do it today. I freestyle when I walk around my house and that's how I became in love with what I do now.
yeah. And I've noticed, with your Spotify, you release, a song a year. You know,
Yeah.
early on, I guess, has music been sort of this thing that you're patient with and you want to get it right and you don't want to rush into it, or how is the process
Yeah.
been?
Yeah. So I sort of kind of I'm still trying to find the right sound because I listen to a very big variety of music. So I'm getting inspiration from a lot of different things, everywhere from indie to like freaking easy rock, and I'm just pulling inspiration from everyone. I'm trying to find a way to put it all together. So if you even listen to my songs, the sound gradually changes from what it used to be to what it is now. And I think even in my next song, it's going to change drastically, and it will until I find what's right for me.
Yeah. And getting your perspective too, being a Toronto artist, from my lens as a journalist, I can see the things that are wrong about the city and things that I'm trying to fix. For a Toronto artist like yourself, what are the challenges that you've seen that it's been hard to break through in getting your name out there?
So a big thing with this city is everyone's like doing their own thing. There's a lot of little cliques or not so much bigger cliques. So it's just hard to like get around and meet everyone you need to meet to really push yourself forward. It does happen. It's not impossible. But everyone is very segmented in Toronto. I wish everyone could just like come together a little bit more. You meet this one group and they just introduce you to this other people, and then it'd be like a nice good community instead of everyone trying to up each other one. That would be the perfect thing for Toronto. That's exactly what we need right now.
Yeah, and it's interesting too because going to other cities, you actually see them collaborate a lot more, and there's
So
talkative and
much.
so many different
Yeah.
things. So it's really is like just kind of unique to our city, which is of course a bad thing.
Yeah, yeah, not the best thing, but I feel like it has its ups and downs. Like it's giving certain places spotlight at certain times, so that's not horrible. But yeah, it would just be better if we could just mold a little bit more.
Yeah, and I feel like I've seen you perform live, but like you can correct me if I'm wrong, or those
I
type of
haven't.
Toronto type. So those type of Toronto parties, things like that. Have you done that or no? I think somebody else.
I haven't. I've been on stage during live performances. I haven't
Okay.
performed my personal songs live. I have had my songs spanned by DJs and stuff, local Toronto DJs when we've been out and stuff. Like way back when I first released, but I haven't really been out there like that recently, and I haven't gotten a chance to perform yet. Due to COVID, I was going to do it this year. I was like looking into it and stuff, but
Yeah.
haven't gotten a chance. So hopefully 2021's the year and you get to see me on a stage somewhere.
Yeah. Do you see that? Like, what as an artist is harder for you? Like performing on stage and having a crowd and getting that reaction, or is it just releasing music and letting go? What do you think is harder for you?
I actually think I'd be very good at performing. I think I get up a crowd. I can dance, I can sing, and I like to do those things. And I feel like I'm not embarrassed about it too much, even if I did look a bit silly. So I don't think performing would be a problem. I feel like in releasing music, I'm very particular about how I want things to be. So even like writing songs, it takes me a while to just write a song because I'm constantly switching words or switching like meanings of things in my music to match how I want it to represent and feel. So
Yeah.
I definitely writing music is a harder thing to do for me.
And of course, when you tell people, I want to be an artist, I want to make music, things like that. What was the support like early on? Were people around you like, no, you're really good at this, keep pushing, or was it something that you had to like convince those around you, like, no, this is what I really want to do?
Well, sort of kind of a mix. Like my good friends and stuff. Like I said, I had the group I used to rap with,
Yeah,
right? Like my friends, they were all like always supportive, super supportive. They've been supportive of me. A lot of people in my life are super supportive. But there's like always like negativities. There's like a real job per se. Like if I was have to do this, I have to fund it with a real job. So there's people that see this as like a hobby and stuff like that. But for me and for most of the people in my life, yeah, it's a real thing, and they've actually this year seen me pushing more, and I've been getting messages from people that have been close with my life and saying like, "Hey, I see you doing your thing. You're doing good. Keep pushing." So it's like, yeah,
yeah.
it's pretty
And
good.
of course, you could hear those words of encouragement for other people. But for you personally, what's something that's kept you personally going with this music thing? Because I know even for me, with this career, it could be hard, and there are other times where I have to like push myself. So for you, what's something that's helped you along, that's kept you going, and made you consistent?
Well, I just remember that I want to do something I love, and even if it doesn't make me famous, if it doesn't like make me tons of money I'm not too concerned. I just want to do something that I enjoy doing, and if I can make a living off of it, that'd be great. But yeah, I just keep going for the love of what I do, and I just want to share the message and keep trying to get my work out there and see what it becomes. Because like if you don't do it, you never know, right?
For
Still
sure.
young, I got time. I'm gonna go for it.
Yeah. And now, of course, on streaming platforms, 3 songs out. For you, does now feel like the time where, because I know you just talked about earlier about the batch of music that's coming. Talk to me about that. And do you see yourself in the future, dropping an EP or a project? Or do you still see yourself trying to figure out your sound? Where are you right now, like artist type right now?
So actually, I'm thinking of a little EP. It's not going to be too long, maybe 2 to 3 tracks, very very short EP. But there, this 2 songs that I'm thinking of putting on, possibly a third, tie in very well together, and they're sort of kind of like a little story. I think I'm going to release a single first,
Yeah.
and leave the EP for more like midway to end of year type vibe. Uh, I just want to get it really perfect. Like I said, I'm working on my music is the main thing, and I just want to get everything down to the little pieces perfect before I feel like I can drop it. So yeah, EP is definitely coming, definitely in the works, and definitely being written. Uh, and people should wait for it.
Yeah. And musically, let's talk about the songs you've released so far. I know you've released a song in 2019, 2020, and recently the one this year. Talk about those ones and why you felt those ones were the one to release on streaming platforms and that they're out there.
So Change Up actually is my first song. It's the last song I've released on streaming platforms, but it's the first song I've ever released. It's on SoundCloud, and I released that one a long time ago. It got pretty nice reviews. A lot of my friends enjoyed it, and I feel like it's called Change Up. The chorus goes, "I want to change up my quotas. They call me DUTCHY. My ship runs yours over."
Yeah.
So it's just like it was like sort of kind of my like first song out. I just want to show like I'm here to make a change and to like really do it up and like turn up and stuff. So it gives off a really really hype energy. So that was like my first really big thing. I just wanted to get my name out there and tell everyone what I was about, right?
Yeah.
Um, then we got Sweat, and it's a showcase of like more of like my sound. I put a little bit more vocals into it. It's less rappy. Um, and I feel like that was me just figuring out like what I was good at more so, and working with different people and different producers to make the right sound that was for me. I actually still Spider Sound. I still work with him a lot. For mine, he released Light It Up to my recent track, and that's just like I feel like I've found around what I was looking for in my music and what I wanted to represent in myself. So Light It Up is sort of kind of like this is my redo from 2019, and
Yeah.
I'm planning on releasing. I want to release way more music this year than and consistently release music actually. And that was what Light It Up was. It was just like my new sound, and yeah, pretty much just light it up. Give me all this the light, and yeah, I'm gonna go roll with it.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Um, of course, recently we've kind of had our 1 year anniversary of COVID, which is surreal to even say. I've kind of been in this throughout the whole year. For you, you know, what's because I've been thinking about it too. What's something that you've kind of learned in all of this that you're gonna take away from it? Whether it's taking more better care of yourself, whether it's mental health, whether it's really gonna push the music when this is over and kind of being out there more. For you, how has the year been for you? Because we've all kind of been just locked in.
Well, this year I've just really came to like we've all had a lot of times to be like alone, and just I've really gotten a chance to focus and like focus on my music and start like really pushing it and finding out industry tricks and skills that you need to really go far in the music industry, right? Because it's not just releasing music and putting it on a platform. It's not that simple.
Yeah.
And before I was just doing that, and I feel like I've took this time to really focus on music, and not just the musical aspect, but the industry aspect, and trying to get a name out there for myself and to elevate my music and my fans, you know. And
Yeah,
that's what I've been doing this year. So that's what I've been using it for.
for sure. And usually when I get near the end of my interviews, which has been a common theme for the year, because usually when I do interviews, an artist will have like tour dates, or they'll be like, "Yeah, I have this upcoming in the real world," but because of COVID,
Yeah.
the question is completely gone. So for you, in this musical journey that you've been a part of, I would say, because I know you said that it doesn't matter if you don't make any money from it or things like that. This is what you love to do, right?
Yeah, definitely.
When did you realize that music was something you truly loved? Like you knew that this was like it, this is what you really want to do. Was it, like you said, during that high school when you're with your friends and things like that? Or was there like a moment that you can think about?
It was definitely when I was in high school. I also had a friend pass away back when I was in high school. It was probably a big changing point for my life. Yeah, he passed away. I think I was in grade 11, maybe. And he always really, really, really supported my music, my physical health, and all the stuff like that. Like I started working out when he passed because he always said I could be a beast, and he always said I could be a musician. So that sort of kind of pushed me to better my life in a lot of ways, and just strive for a lot of things that I didn't actually think I could achieve. Um, yeah, and it was it was definitely a big push in my life. I guess that would have been the big changing point between like now and when I first started rapping in high school. That's the biggest changing point, I would say, is just my motivation because of support I was given.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like I said earlier, I had your name written down. I really want to talk to you
Yeah.
about music, so I'm glad we finally connected on that.
Yeah, it's been great.
I'm looking forward to more music, man. I see your platform.
Very soon.
3 songs that we need more. I'm looking forward. No, I'm seriously looking forward to this journey, man. I can't wait to see a project from you and to talk about that down the road.
Yeah, definitely. I can't wait to be back and share some more stuff with you and have another interview, man. This is great.
Sure, man. Again, man, thanks for being on Studio One, and till the next time, because for sure we're gonna get another one.
Take care, boss.
Take care, man.
Enjoy. Thanks for having me.
Studio One.